And then on that bottom-up formalization, this term of ecologies of practices from John Vervaeke is another very interesting keyword to me.
Yeah. Yeah, practices are interesting because they also bring you in contact with people and practitioners, right? They're like a baseline to form community. I mean, of course, you can just read a book, but even there you are like engaging with somebody. And so, yeah, like which practices you use in the end might be strongly related to things that you don't want, or how you look at the world, right? And how you engage in those.
And the important part is that it's not just one practice, that it's an ecology of them that train different aspects and that work together in synergy. Because there is no, and this is John Vervaeke as well, there's no like single silver bullet magical practice. They need to be combined. And so in all kinds, and that's another point speaking for religions, because they provide you with that framework of practices that kind of grew together over hundreds or thousands of years, as opposed to having to come up with an ecology that is functional for yourself, while like not really. And because that ecology is supposed to be a vehicle to get you somewhere where you're presently not, so how might you expect to be able to come up with that, right? It's a very hard problem. So they're just looking at, okay, so in Buddhism, they use these different types of meditations, and then this movement thing and this breathwork thing might be helpful.
So how do we form these ecologies of practices today, right? Like, I mean, I think everybody has their own. You could even say that something like this entire self-improvement wave that you had maybe over the last 20 years that has been like slowly increasing is aching to building ecologies of practices, because that's it, right? Like, wake up, you watch the sun, you drink salt water, then you go to the gym, you lift heavy, and these kind of things, right? And these are things that are supposed to get you somewhere mentally, emotionally, and although not often formulated this way, also spirituality is in a spiritual way, right? Like, so I think this is a big, like indirect or unconscious way of building these things that's happening these days.